What's up, everybody? Rob here, back with another episode of Wasting Wildcards here on Malta 5. And this week I got something a little old, but a little special to me, because this is the deck that I cruised into top 1000 Mythic with this month. I've been playing almost exclusively Best of One, because I have found Dinosaurs to be a very good Best of One deck. It does kind of fall apart after sideboard because people can just board in all kinds of removal, and then it's kind of hard to get your footing. But this deck can easily, I'm talking like pretty consistently, have turn 3 7 to freaking 20 power on the board. A lot of times it can even be hasty. It's one of the most explosive, aggressive decks in the format. It is absolutely kind of like a glass cannon, but I feel like Best of One is kind of the format for glass cannons, and I have had a ton of success. I went something like maybe 20 wins and 4 losses or something over the course of a couple days, and it brought me right up to top 1000. And I still have 10 days, and it'd be pretty rad if I could get even higher, or, just stay in top 1000, stay in that Mythic qualifier ranking. And yeah, I mean, I get a couple more packs this month than usual, but yeah, so let's see if we can perform well under pressure while recording. This is also another deck that I crafted very late in the game. I used a lot of Wildcards for cards that are rotating pretty soon, but it's really fun. I mean, the fact that there's dinosaurs in Magic has been rad to me ever since Ixalan came out, and I've kind of wanted to mess around with them as much as possible. So we're on the draw. We have all the mana we need. We have a little bit of ramp and a removal spell. We don't have the crucial 2 or 3 drop creatures. Being on the draw, we have more of a chance to draw into those. So this is a very risky keep. If we're playing against a control deck, it's a terrible keep because this cast down is useless. If we're playing against an opposing creature deck, it might not be too bad because we might be able to use cast down in place of one of our creature spells and kind of, stabilize until we can get like a Regisaur Alpha or a Ghalta or something like that out. I still think we mulligan, though. This deck being so crazy, you really want... All right, so 2 tap lands is not great, but Marauding Raptors into these are pretty good. So we're going to keep 6. We're going to put 1... I think we want one of these, or we want both these just in case one gets like lightning bolted or something. So Shifting Ceratops or Alpha. Alpha is definitely more powerful, so maybe we put the Ceratops on the bottom. We really want a shock land right now. Yeah, so really just want an untapped land right now. Get out of here. Notes. Okay, so now we have a choice. We can go Marauding Raptor into this next turn, but what I think would most likely happen is we play Marauding Raptor, they kill it with a spell, they boost their Steamkin, and then we're just on our back foot. So I think we just want to kill this before they have the chance to do anything silly. It's... Man, what the hell is going on with my emails? I gotta turn those notifications off. All right, so now we're in a pretty good spot. So they're playing Calamity, which is good. We can block literally everything. They don't have any crazy removal spells. So this is going to be a pretty powerful turn. So next turn, we have the ability to play a hasty Alpha, and if we draw another land, a hasty Regisaur. So yeah, the great part about the deck they're playing is nothing's big. All right, so let's see here. Play this, it dies. Don't do that. Early on in this deck, I frequently would play things like this or Llanowar Elves into a Marauding Raptor. Quickly learned that's not the smartest thing to do. So we're just going to play a Rotting Regisaur. We have a great blocker. We're still at a pretty good life total. We could play a second Marauding Raptor to boost our other one, but then we'd start kind of killing all of our other dinosaurs when we play them. So I think we just want to get in with this one. So they're on 2 mana, which is good. The thing we really don't want our opponent to play is Chandra, which actually is a 3 mana planeswalker. Yeah, that'd be a bummer. So Chandra is a big bummer. Just that recurring constant ping damage. And with only 1 blocker right now, that's okay. Steamkin is not even close to an issue. So here, I think we get rid of our second Marauding Raptor. This is good. So we get to ping 2 dinosaurs, making this a 6/3. I'm going to leave that one back to block. Just because there's no sense in trading a 3/3 trample with a 1/1 when you don't have to, especially when we're in a very commanding position right now. So another reason why I've been doing this in Best of 1 is because Best of 1 is littered with red aggressive decks, which Dinosaurs is just really, really good against. They're, yeah, as you can see, they're, especially the Cavalcade. I mean, their 1/1s really just don't hold up there. And hey, we're moving on up. We're top 800 right now. Yeah, so it's going to be a sad day. Rotation is a mere week away, but, you know, one last hurrah with the Dinosaurs, one very successful hurrah with the Dinosaurs. If you watched my last video, you know that I was very, very into Jeskai Planeswalkers, which I still am. It is one of my favorite decks. It's really fun to play. It's in the colors that I like, and hey, look at that. We went down 1 rank in the in-between times. But yeah, deep down, I like big stompy things. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I'm the mono green stompy fan of this site. I like playing a bunch of goofy stuff. And this is the perfect example of a hand you got to mulligan. All of our big payoffs, but nothing to get us there cheap. Our deck kind of needs early, like, I guess you'd call it ramp, but just something like cost reduction. So this is, we're going to put this on the bottom because it's expensive and we can hopefully find another payoff with a Commune. But let's see here. Okay, this is pretty great. So now we have untapped mana on our next few turns. We can find something, we can get stuff haste, so probably, yeah, elementals. So let's see what we want to do here. Fortunately, we don't have 2 red sources, because we could play this into this. We want to play this before we play the Marauding Raptor anyway, just because we don't want to kill our Huntmaster. So I think here we just want to take this Ghalta. We just want payoffs. Yep. All right, so our opponent, luckily, getting screwed on mana with a Risen Reef, which is amazing for us. So we can kill the Risen Reef or just start. Let's see what we want to do. This is tricky. We kill that, but then they ramp 1. I think that's fine. They get a 3rd land, which is good for them. Now they can cast a bunch of stuff, but if you've played Standard at all lately, you understand that Risen Reef is completely busted. And one thing the Dinosaur deck is pretty weak against is just insane value. We're not going to attack. So ideally, we're going to draw into like a Rotting Regisaur. 2 damage. So here they're going to be able to kill one of our 2 creatures here, which is a bummer. Okay, this is a great draw. This is basically the best interaction this deck has. Comes into play, boost your creature, you draw a card. Oh, wow. Oops, remember when I was talking about you don't want to play your stuff into that other stuff? Yeah, well, that's why. All right, so we're going to keep it like this. If they can't kill our stuff again, we're going to be able to play a Ghalta next turn. Fortunately, not a hasty Ghalta, but a Ghalta nonetheless. Kind of outclasses all of their stuff. 12-12 trample. Pretty good, pretty good. It's not a surprise, which is a bummer, but can't win them all. Okay, so I think playing Ghalta here is just the most important thing we can be doing. So I don't want to trade anything yet. I think we need to get a critical mass of huge creatures, bash in. We have a Banefire here to potentially finish off some little bit of straggler damage. But our opponent is going off pretty hard here. Okay, bummer. So we could play a Commune. We have another land, but what are we looking for with Commune with the dinosaurs here? So let's name Dinosaur. Let's just see what our options are. So Shifting Ceratops, Pro Blue, can get through an Omnath, or can block an Omnath all day. Regisaur Alpha gives us the biggest chance of like an explosive thing. I think being able to block Omnath is pretty good. Let's just get in with Ghalta. They could triple block here, yeah. So I don't think we want to give them... I think this is actually the right order, because this would get them more value from their graveyard. So they're going to be able to put like Chandra or something, or Hydroid Crisis, yeah. So we might be getting a little outvalued here. Elementals might be a little more consistent than the dinosaurs. Who knew? All right, Nissa is always a problem. Perfect answer to that one. Got a clean attack with the Cavalier if they wanted it. So we can Bane for 5 here. I think we want to just try to get in here. Or do we? We could Banefire our own Ripjaw Raptor for 1, but I don't think that's what we want to do. Because they're going to block with this. And if we kill this, they're just going to get value off of it. And then we still can't kill Nissa. We draw 1 card. Our opponent is being a bit cheeky. He's just mad he's in the 98th percentile. All right, so we draw a card. It's a terrible card to draw. Get rid of this. I don't think we can win. They can make a pretty ridiculously large Hydroid Crisis next turn. Yeah, we're going to concede this one. It's a bummer. It's our first loss as the Dino deck in Mythic, bringing us almost back to 1,000. All right, we got to keep the good train rolling. We got to not lose. We got to be aggressive. We got to, you got to stick with it. We got this. All right, so we're up 1 game against Cavalcade, down 1 game against Elementals. That last game, I think we could have got the Ghalta out slightly earlier if our Huntmaster didn't get killed quite as early. You kind of got to see the glass cannon nature here. We go first. We have a removal into a Regisaur, into a Ghalta. This is a slower keep, but we do have a removal. We have all of our colors of land. I think this is probably okay. So against Scape Shift, we might actually be in okay shape. Unfortunately, our removal spell is useless, but Bolt the Bird. That's what I wanted to name my YouTube channel until I realized that it was a phrase used by a lot of other things already. Okay, Elementals once again. So I think we're going to discard... Banefire? Pay 2 life. Play the Raptor. You could play Ghalta here. Yeah, that's what's up. So they are playing the Sultai Elementals build, which means they have like Assassin's Trophies or other various types of removal spell. But they're clearly a little afraid of us because they blocked their Risen Reef. Hostage Taker. Not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. Luckily, we do have a removal spell in hand. Let's get our Ghalta back. Let's pump our boy. Let's play this baby tapped. Let's get in for an 11. So let's see here. They could do their land drop, ramp for 2, get a zombie. They could concede. Okay, so that was a pretty good example of the power this deck has. All right, so we're 2-1 right now. We beat, what was it? Cavalcade. We lost to Team Elementals, and then we crushed Yark Field. I'm gonna guess that last deck was. Let's see if we can keep it going. Turn 1 Llanowar, no turn 2 play. Can't even Banefire like an opposing Llanowar. Yeah, I'm going to say we mulligan this one. Ugh, strictly worse. This doesn't look good. Okay, I think we got to go lower. Great, this is terrible. Okay, well, we have a Commune. Let's get rid of one of our painful lands in the Ghalta. What do we want here? I guess just turn 3 Regisaur. It's probably our best bet, especially against... All right. Against a mono red deck, that is pretty good. So let's play an Overgrown Tomb tapped. That way we can trophy something problematic. They definitely have a shock in their hand, I'm going to guess, based on... Okay, so this might be Feather. So I think here we drop the Regisaur. Yeah, because next turn they can play Feather or hold up Protection mana. They can't do both. And we do have 2 removal spells in hand, so hopefully they play a Feather here. Or just nothing. I mean, I guess nothing would be ideal. Burning Prophet. Okay, so maybe this isn't a Feather deck. No, definitely a Feather deck. All right, but so we discard the Crypt. Name Dinosaur. We could Banefire for 3. So let's attack. See if we can get something done from blocking. Let's see. So before they can get some kind of God's Willing going, let's... I hate to ramp them, but we're Multa 5. We can't let their board get too wide, so they can just start chumping the Regisaur, because 7/6 that needs to be blocked is basically our biggest strength right now. I think our best draws now are just thick dinosaurs. All right, so looks like a double Reckless Rage. Maybe Reckless Rage into a Shock, yeah. Okay, not ideal, but they did have to use a lot of resources to get rid of that. And I think, do we wait one more turn or? So the problem here is, what could they have? They could have a God's Willing or something like that. And if we had one more mana, we would do the 5 damage. That couldn't be prevented. The auto tapper left up 2 white, which makes me really think that there's some kind of protection spell. I think we wait one more turn. So we either have something to block with, or we can do damage that can't be prevented. Okay. This is unfortunate. So we go to pay that, go to 4. In response, they could go to that, make that a 4 toughness creature. I don't think we have an out here. If our opponent gets very, very unlucky. All right, let's... Really don't want to go to 4. We're just got to risk it. Or do we just want to get rid of the Legionnaire? Maybe that's what we want to do. We get rid of the Legionnaire for 5. Okay, they don't have God's Willing at all. Great. 2 damage for nothing. So now we're in pretty bad shape. Yep. I think that does it. All right, well, Multa 5, and a pretty mediocre Multa 5 it was. All right. Ooh, almost back to 1,000. Can't let that happen. Got to stay under. All right, let's do one more. Let's try to go out on top. So we're 2-2 right now. Let's try to go on a positive record. Yeah. All right, so we got somebody who dropped some bills on the Saheeli anime sleeves. All right, this is pretty good. Turn 1 Commune, turn 2 Huntmaster. I think we actually want to Commune here for a land, potentially. Never mind, we got the land we need. So yeah, we're just going to take a Regisaur here. A Watery Grave does make me nervous. Super removal heavy decks are not what we want to go up against. Luckily, we do have some protection against Thought Erasure here with several like ramp spells. They could just take our 1 payoff card, but okay, trophy, smart. We can. All right, so play the Huntmasters first, so we don't kill him with a Raptor. Yeah. Can just bounce it. Esper is definitely our worst matchup for sure. Okay, so we don't have to pay life here. So we'll go Huntmaster into Marauding Raptor. Yeah, so anything with sweepers or a lot of removal is not our plan. I think the main reason this deck has worked so well in Best of One is because Esper has kind of fallen out of favor. I mean, around the time of the Mythic Invitational, way back during the PAX days, people were crushing it with Esper just because that's what all the pros played. But yeah, the meta's definitely changed. Just a lot more aggro, which has been pretty good for the Dino deck. But I'm no expert on the best of one meta. I kind of only did it just to try to get my Mythic rank up. But let's see here. Play this tapped. Play this. I guess just keep Teferi low. So we can't even cast like a Ghalta. I guess our Regisaur Alpha, just widen our board, is probably the best draw. All right, Legion's End. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, opponent. Don't get any hand value, but definitely get double removal value. All right, well, I think our days are numbered here. All right. I think I've seen enough. Well, that's a bummer. Let's hope we're still in the top 1,200. Woo! It's a close one. All right, we got to rank back up. We got to rank back up, everybody. All right, this is it. Final game. Was I wrong? Was I fooled? Or was I right? Our dinos are the real deal in best of one. We are 2-2. Is that it? Or are we 2-3 now? I'm losing track. All I know, we're still in the top 1,200, which I think is the range of people you need to be in to qualify. I'd very much like to stay in here. And this is looking okay. So we really want a red source so we can cast one of these two on the second turn. If we draw a Stomping Ground or a Rootbound Crag, we can... I think we draw Stomping Ground into Rootbound. If we draw two red sources in a row, we could, and specifically Stomping Ground, so you can go turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Turn 2, you could cast both of these. And then turn 3, have a hasty Regisaur and a 4/3 attacker. That'd be the ideal. This is a pretty decent opening hand. Worst case, we just have a turn 2 Rotting Regisaur. Best case, we get a red source and we can do a lot of other stuff. So yeah, we're going to keep this. Some kind of white weenie strategy. All right. Not bad, not bad. This cast down will come in handy. And our deck is very good against these small creature decks. All right, so Rootbound Crag. We could play... I think we just want to play Rotting Regisaur here. We just want the biggest, dumbest blocker we can get. Next turn, we can play a couple other stuff. Well, these Johnny's Primates are sure going to get pretty big. But they're not 7/6s yet, so... All right, so discard. We're going to get rid of the Llanowar Elf. We're going to play a Woodland Cemetery. If we play a Huntmaster... No. Do we go Raptor into... Ripjaw? I think we kind of need to kill one of these Primates before they get too out of control. Yeah, let's kill one of these and just start bashing. So it's going to be a race. They're going to gain a little bit of life, which is very annoying. It's going to slow us down a little bit. Okay. So there's definitely some kind of angels in here. Probably like a... What is that? The... Not Restoration Angel. I wish. All right, let's get rid of the Huntmaster. play a Ripjaw Raptor. Play this tapped. Attack with these. Going to block the Johnny's Primate with the Llanowar Elf or the Ripjaw Raptor. At this point, I really don't care. Definitely want to draw another one of our Assassin's Trophy or Cast Down again. Do you get to draw a card here? Not the card we wanted. I guess let's get rid of the Stomping Ground. So now we have a bit of a problem. Their Primate got too big too fast. It's going to keep getting bigger. The thing is, if we just get a removal spell for it, we're going to be able to stabilize pretty fine. It's going to keep gaining life. Oh, God. So much life. This is incredibly annoying, but really all we need to do is draw a removal spell. We don't have a ton on the deck. But I mean, we do have an extra draw here with the Ripjaw Raptor. Man, if we lose to a friggin' the memeiest of life gain decks, it's going to be a bad time, and that's kind of looking like where we're about to be. Great. Well, kids, sometimes stuff gets very large. Womp, womp, womp. All right, not even in the top levels anymore. Well, as a degenerate gambler, you know, you just keep going until you keep going. So you witnessed a fall from grace today. You witnessed somebody get to 800, and I could have sat there. I could have been smart, you know. I could have watched myself slowly tick higher and higher as the days went by. But no, why would I do that? Keeping this shit. We go first. We have a turn 2 Raptor into a turn 3 Regisaur. We have a backup Raptor. We got ourselves somebody who... MoMA. Number 126. What are you playing? All right, so let's preserve our health. Golgari, maybe? Some Citadel action, some Sultai action, some Elemental action. Gonna cast down. Oof. Brutal. So brutal. Wow. Talk about getting wrecked. Legion Den, man. It's a good card sometimes. And when it is a good card, it's a very good card. Okay, maybe we're looking at some... Oh, now they got their land. It's a bummer. All right, well, if you can draw just a nice even curve here, might not be that bad. I assume this has got to be some kind of Citadel deck. I mean, nobody's playing old school Golgari anymore. Or just... Okay. Just a beatdown deck. Well, that is also what I am, so... Let's bring on the trades. I wonder if they're doing some weird kind of hexproof boggle-y type stuff. That'd be friggin' annoying. They're definitely thinking about trading here. think the trade is good for us. Just because we have no way to, like, deal with a hexproof creature. So they got 6 mana. They could cast the Golgari Citadel if that's what they're doing. But they're playing Vine Mare and Paradise Druid, which makes me think they're doing some kind of annoying... Whatever they're doing, it is annoying, that's for sure. All right. Definitely attacking again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can make this a 6/7 next turn. I think that's fine. That Legion's End really, really fucked us up earlier. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, 5/6. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I mean... They got there. Ghalta is always good. Like a Woodland Cemetery or something would be so clutch right now. They both have trample. Let's make them use all their mana. All right. This was a big turn. This was a very big turn. So if I attack with everything, they block here, they block here. They don't lose yet. I need to block this. So if they have a removal spell for the Llanowar Elf, they got this. If they don't, I think I'm okay. Please no removal spell, please no removal spell, please no removal spell. Oh, Jesus Christ. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 are tapped. Why? Why? I guess I shouldn't have gotten greedy. God damn. All right, so I think now I basically need to win 2 games. We gotta go on top. We're not gonna. Remember these videos? They started out so promising. I was winning. I was in the top 1,000. I had hope. It's too slow. Somehow even worse. I go first. God, this is so slow. I don't even know what this would be good against. All right, I mean, get rid of one of these and this, I guess. So we lose to cheap removal, that's for sure. All right. We might just be able to sneak this out. Okay, mono green. I think we are good against mono green. Oh my god, yes. Let's do it. So I think, yeah, we just get in there. It's a race. We can have a hasty Ceratops next turn. I do not care about that at all. Dinosaur. So we're going to start with the Ceratops. Just because I don't want to play the Regisaur and have to discard the Ceratops. All right, so they actually are just playing mono green. What could they do right now? Nissa could be kind of annoying. Cavalier could be pretty annoying. Ferox is, I mean, moderately annoying. I think we just attack with everything. Yeah, I'm going to discard that next turn. An opposing Ghalta would be the biggest problem. An opposing Ceratops, not so much. Bye-bye, Banefire. So I swing with everything. What do? They have to block, so they block profitably. They just both trade, I assume. That's fine. I don't actually know if this is the smartest play, but we really just need to keep our opponent on their back foot, I think. So now Ghalta's a pretty dead draw, but we do have many, many other dinosaurs we can cast. Pretty much everything but Ghalta we can cast next turn and give haste. I mean, Llanowar Elves can't give haste or another Huntmaster, but... So I think our ideal draw would be... Well, this freaking card. Ripjaw Raptor's not bad, especially when it's bigger than their Hydra. All right, so we got to keep trading here, unfortunately. Hopefully we draw into just more creatures. Oh, okay. It's making me nervous. Our opponent has more cards in hand than we do. And that might have turned the game around. Great. No blocks. Yep. And exactly the best place to be. Nissa is just so goddamn good. So as you can see, when I describe this deck as a glass cannon, it is exactly that. You've seen the turn 3 or 4 wins, but you've also seen it starts to stumble pretty hard. God, a hasty Ghalta would be so nice right now. God. So let's go. Taking 11. Let's try to be as profitable with our blocks as we can be. Okay, what do we do? Okay, is this enough to stay alive? So no matter what, they can attack for 3. If I block the 2 biggest, I'm taking 6. I think our opponent got us once again. So let's see here. They attack. We block here. Yeah. Womp womp. So we got crushed by a life gain deck, 2 stompy decks, a control deck, a Yarrick deck. Well, now I'm at 98%. That's what happens, everybody. That's what happens when, even when you're doing good, you decide to live and die by the jank. So I still really like this deck. I think it does very powerful things. It can win faster and more flamboyantly than almost any other standard deck I've played. And yeah, it's a really good time. Unfortunately, I didn't do too great today. I think there's a couple games where I made a few kind of hasty plays. Maybe should have tried to go with 7 instead of mulled so aggressively, but yeah, that was Jund Dinos, just trying to give it one more spin before they rotate away. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other fun deck ideas you want me to try out or any notes on this that I can change in the next week or so, let me know. Hopefully next time when I get back, my ranking will be back in the top 1,000. That'd be pretty cool. But until then, thanks for watching. This has been Multi5.